big up, big up, big up. I hope that, excuse me, I hope that the stream is coming through. Throat is a little parched here, but all the same, the game did not leave us thirsty. Maybe a little thirsty for a clean sheet, but we ended up getting a 4-1 victory. I did say 4-0, but just couldn't hold on to that clean sheet off the set piece. I thought that it could have been close to being a called a foul, to be honest with you, or uh, called back, considering it was a lot of. But you do get a lot of grabbing and clutching and the likes on corners. Endo was unfortunately the closest person that could have possibly done anything about that or tried at least get in front of it, but he was already being like swung around. And I don't know if I need to pause for that or not, but
Pause.
yeah, there you go. But yeah, we are live and direct for a little viral match reaction. So, want to bring in Brian and bring in Lolante into the conversation. Lolante, how you doing?
Yeah, all good. 12. Big up Brian and the chat. Um, and you know what? It's again, we did what we had to do. That's fine. Again, I'll stand by my lineup selection. I don't think we needed to play all those players really, if I'm honest. But you know what? We won and we move. So that's it. Really.
Okay. Um, Brian, how you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, I missed due to family nonsense. I missed the first half hour, but
Mhm.
I only missed one goal.
Yeah, you missed a good
If
one
it was
too. That was a really good goal, by the way.
yeah, if it was anything like the rest, perfect. Like just three up at halftime. Perfect little Saturday afternoon when you're in a title race. What you need is a nice little kind of easy, almost call it easy win at home. Um,
Mhm.
no drama, nothing. It all worked out pretty swimmingly. So yeah, that's we could have had an even better day if uh, Arsenal had dropped points, but they didn't. So we move on from that. But we did our job today, and yeah, you can't really ask for much more than that. We got a chance to bring on everybody that we wanted to bring on. Even Jaden Dans gets to come on. Absolutely not quite the perfect day. No, 4-0 would have been the perfect day, I suppose. But yeah, it's but no, I know no drama. The NC so no, I just mean in terms of crazy 4-3 comebacks or with a
Or
nice
yeah,
professional
coming
job.
back. Yeah, one
Yeah,
nothing,
nice
one
professional
down,
job.
1-0, and in the
Yeah,
beginning, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't ask for much more. Cody gets a couple of goals. People are involved. Trent has a brilliant game. Dom has a brilliant game. So yeah, nothing but positives, really. Nothing from positives.
Mhm. Kevin's asking. Is he asking about Ali? Maybe I don't know
I
who's
know
saying
ASFL too.
had a blocked view.
The goal.
Oh,
Oh, Ali was the others. Yeah, it got like you say, got swung over at the back. It's one of there's all kinds of different things are happening in the box at the same time, and they get the final touch and it goes. It's just one of those days, one of those goals. Yeah, I'm not sure anybody really knew exactly what was happening. It came in between the two. It came in between Endo and the Ipswich player when it came back in. So yeah, it was a bit scrappy, wasn't it? A bit messy, especially at the end of a game like that when you've been kind of doing it, and that would really annoy the centre halves and the defence. They live for clean sheets. They're all getting their little huddle afterwards. Kind of clean sheet club.
hmm
You know, um, and that will really annoy them. But we all would have taken 4-1 coming into this game.
Oh, I gotta. Uh, we all would have taken. I can't believe they ended up a 0-0 draw. Maybe.
Well, no, you take 3 points, and 3 points
No, no,
anyway.
no,
You get
no,
them.
no.
Take
Let
'em.
me wait. What I was gonna say 0-0 draw in the Wolves game.
Oh
Unfortunately,
well,
the
yeah,
Wolves
yeah.
won 1-0 losers to Arsenal.
Down to 10 men,
Um,
Arsenal.
well,
Man, Arsenal.
The Wolves were down to 10 men too.
Oh, did they get to? Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Who got sent off for what?
Yeah, João Gomez got João Gomez got the foul called on him, and then 4 minutes later they scored. Calafiore.
Oh, so it was late. Okay, so it was late
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, but Wolves were playing against 10 men for a long time. They should have.
Yeah, Wolves
Maybe
should have
something like that.
capitalized. I mean,
Yeah.
they should have capitalized. Then it was kind of silly for João Gomez. João Gomez got a yellow in the first half for argument. Then he got a foul later on in the second half, and that was the double yellow. Should have been probably, yeah. He's one of your best players, but unfortunately, that's someone that you probably try to take off and see out the game. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. They were able to get that 1-0 victory. Everton 1-0 over Brighton. That's a big, big win for Everton, to be honest with you. Very, very big
Oh yeah,
win.
nobody goes there and keeps Brighton to a clean sheet. Nobody goes to the Amex and stops them. So you might beat them, but yeah, that's a result. That is
Lee
a
had
proper.
that game picked. He said Everton actually.
I think I did too, as a win.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, they had.
yeah,
I
1-0
was
is
not
very
expecting a win from that for Everton. Another score result 3-1 Newcastle. That wasn't that much of a shocker considering Southampton were up 1-0 in that game early, but they ended up conceding 3 goals to Newcastle, 2 in that first half, and then 1 at the very beginning of the starting half. They ended up letting in a goal. Not much of a surprise there. Yeah, very pulled. Let's see what Pops is saying. Big up Pops, by the way. Very poor decision for that red on the Gunners. He's saying, no, your player needs to be smarter and stay on the field. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have been. I don't understand why he's arguing, to be honest with you. And getting a yellow in the first place. That's the smarter part about it. He should have been smarter about that. Definitely should have been smart about that. Did he have a third one too in this one? Looks like, yeah. Isak is on fire once again.
Oh, no
2
doubt.
goals in this one. So close. He's expensive
Chasing
right
down
now.
Mo.
He's expensive in
Chasing down
fantasy
Mo.
football. What's that?
He's chasing down Mo. He's got a contender.
Yeah.
Oh,
He definitely is trying to pick up a little bit of steam there.
Yeah, 2
Pick
is.
up a little steam. Finale got the third in that one. But all the same, it looks like not real much movement in the top of the table for us. It's looking pretty much the same in other than Forest getting absolutely demolished. That was a humbler today. That was a humbler. I'm gonna have to watch that game actually. I didn't get the chance to watch it obviously because we're watching our game, but that Forest game against just curiosity. We're not gonna have to face Forest again, you know. I'm just wondering how Bournemouth, considering that we're gonna have to face Bournemouth, what exactly was it that Bournemouth did against a team that we've struggled against? Obviously, we're not going to set up like Forest did, but what it was that they did differently than us, that's all I want to really see in that, and how they got did Forest come into this game thinking that they could go toe to toe with Bournemouth and got put to the sword? Maybe. I don't know if anyone saw that or not, but we do play Bournemouth next in our next Premier League game. And our next EPL game is against Bournemouth, so that should be something to see. Bournemouth is now tied on points, but not in actual results. So it is, or in goal differential, excuse me. So there were 40 points. Pretty surprising. I don't think anyone really had them being so close. And it is a bunched up pack when it comes to that third to basically six. You want to call it that? I mean, like that Chelsea game's going to Manchester City is going to be really, really interesting because the way that's going to unfold is Chelsea now with 40 points, Manchester City with 38. If whoever gets a result can really push themselves into either top four or being whoever wins that game will be a top four. Will be in fourth place, be in top four finish, or not finish, but top four current. With that, they were destroyed. They were just being clinical. I got you. The Cherries will give us a game. They certainly will. They certainly will.
Oh yeah, I ain't looking forward to that, man. I expect us to beat them because we have to. We have to expect that to happen. But yeah, like I said the other night, Bournemouth fans are going to be there, kind of going, "Can this guy just lose a couple of games? Because if he keeps going the way he's going, like he'll be at Madrid in about 5 minutes." You know, this guy's just doing almost too well for them. The way they keep getting these kind of results, so I don't think he's going to be there next year. But this will be. It's insane now to think. Like if you looked at the start of the season, these two games now against Everton and Bournemouth, they all of a sudden look like really, really tough games where they didn't before on paper. So we're going to have to be at our very best over the next couple of. We're going to have to be really at our very best. You know, last game at Goodison, Moyes has brought the feeling back. He's getting results. Going to Bournemouth, they're having a phenomenal season. They know what they're good at. They're going to relish the chance to bloody our noses, you know, get a big result against us. So these two games, just psychologically, huge. If we get over these, if we get 6 points from these two, I take 4. If we get 6, that should give us, like I said, the other game was more than 3 points. That would be a mental, you know, a challenge to get over. That can say, yeah, we can do this. Doesn't you know, we can clear all the hurdles. So crazy, yeah. Another hat trick for a Bournemouth player today. Utara with the hat trick today. Clivert with the hat trick the other week. Threats all over the park.
Sorry about that, Lee. Brought you back in though. How are you doing?
Good, excellent.
Excellent.
That'll do me. 4 goals. Shame we had to concede at the end, but you know these things happen. It is a Premier League game. You know you can always concede goals. It was disappointing. I did want the clean sheet. We always do, but it's nitpicking, isn't it? It's nitpicking. So let's pick a few nits.
There you go. Definitely. Isn't it Wayne's World? Isn't it excellent? Party on.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Wasn't it Wayne's World? I think it was, or something.
Yeah. I like the first
Excellent.
one. The second one I didn't find funny. The first one made me laugh though.
Yeah. Well, the second one, like most movies, once a movie that they didn't expect to do as well as it does, they end up saying, "Hey, let's figure out a way. Let's figure out a way to get a second one in there."
Big Liverpool fan. His mum and dad are Scousers, moved to Canada. I don't know when. I don't know. In the
Michael Myers is a big.
Yeah. I forget. I think it might be Allerton. They were originally from the Myers family, and then he moved to Canada. But yeah, he said because they were so far away in Canada, watching Liverpool win the European Cup in the 80s on telly was like even better. He said for him and his dad. He said especially for his dad. He said there's no one more like you take the person out of their environment, you take the Scouser out of Liverpool, they become even more Scouts then, you know what I mean? And even more passionate about when they see their home on the telly. They're like, look. You know what I mean? It just made me laugh the way he described it. He said it meant that much more to us. Like over there. Because we were so far away from it.
Actually, I think there is an excellent in Bill and Ted. They do use excellent in Bill and Ted too. They're like excellent or something.
Yeah, that's Keanu Reeves' catchphrase.
Yeah.
Excellent. Red is saying, I do prefer Bill and Ted to Wayne's World, even though it's not a thing that should be compared. But it's just like they are completely similar movies.
Yeah. They're both comedies. Comedies, yeah.
They both got the same kind of vibe to them.
To be kind to Wayne's World, I'd say it's a film I've watched, but I wasn't like into it. I found it a bit tedious, the whole concept, like that it was just these two guys sat there. But there were bits of it that made me shuffle.
Yeah, but that girl that was in it. Oh, what was the girl's name?
Carrera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tia Carrera.
Tia Carrera.
Wasn't Rob Lowe in it as like the sort of rogue Lothario? He was like the.
Oh yeah, he was.
Tia Carrera, Rob Lowe or something like.
Yeah, Rob Lowe he's had some funny roles. He was in Tommy Boy too. That was funny. But anyway, his role in that was funny too.
She was quite the spicy tomato.
There you go. How about Captain Cody reporting for service? Well rested, played his butt off in this one.
Scores two, makes one.
Yeah.
Great assist for Salah.
Yeah.
Had an assist, had 2 goals, was in the mood today. Was definitely
everyone was in the mood. Everybody was. Dom was in the mood. Trent was in the mood. Gakpo was in the mood. It was vibes.
It was definitely vibes. No stutter start really at all. Like Dom got us started with the. I thought that was a really, really well taken shot.
I thought it was brilliant the way he took it. He took it early on his left foot.
His left foot?
Just beat the keeper all ends up. I mean, it's close enough to the keeper, but the keeper couldn't do nothing about it because he drilled it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a really well struck ball and just, found that that near post and just absolutely was something of a shot. I mean,
the one from Trent that hit the post as well. His shot when Mo done that got past the guy and cut it back for him.
Yeah. I thought that was going in. It was Grav almost got. I thought Grav was going to get one, but then he ended up getting an assist at least.
See you, Kev. Take care, man.
Definitely. Take care. Yeah, it was well put. Last love with the vibes. There you go. Pop's giving you a shout. But it was something of could have been more actually. It could have been like someone just who just said it. Put it on a 6pence for Salah. Yeah, it could have been a 6pence for us today, I thought. Is that what they're doing? That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
They got the new boy up front. They got the kid at the back. I think they started they started Marmouche anyway.
Yeah. Let me take a quick
I think
look.
they started the Kushanov, whatever guy.
Okay.
They start him too. So
it looks like Nicholas Jackson, Sancho, Palmer, Madueke, Fernandez, Casado, James, Chalba, Colwell, Cucurella, and Sanchez. And for Chelsea, and then Holland, Marmouche in the 10, Foden, Master Splinter as their captain. Kovacic, Gundogan, Vardial, Kanji, Nunez, and Ederson. And then who is this they have? Oh, they have is that the new guy that they have?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Kusanov. It's the new guys.
Yeah.
Kusanov or whatever.
Kusanov.
Him and Armouche both starting. Starting at centre half, playing Nunes. That's Mateus Nunes, the DM they bought from Wolves. They're now reduced to playing him at full
That's
back.
wild. This guy.
50 million quid. The guy all the Liverpool fans wanted to buy. Not all of them, but a lot of Liverpool fans wanted us to buy him as our DM. He goes there and he gets the Calvin Phillips treatment. Ends up getting the game at left back, right back.
Yeah. But RC Lons is it's unknown apparently what he was what was the price. At least that's what's on here. He was a free transfer originally. From
Kusanov.
He was he played for someone's U18s, Banyu Dakar, and then he got a free transfer to Minsk, and then from Minsk he went to RC Lens, and then from there he is a £33.8 million transfer to Manchester City.
They bought
Starting
off Lens, did they?
Wow.
Off Lens.
What a crazy ride, huh?
We bought Mitza off Lens, didn't we? All them years ago. Julio bought Mitza off Lens.
It's wild. Absolutely wild. What a wild team. Yeah, he's playing right center back.
Well, they've got enough of them. They've got 7 to pick from now, unless they buy any more before the window snaps shut.
What do you think the result's going to be in that game?
I hope Chelsea win. As I said to you before, every kick that City take now is good for me because of how underhanded and dastardly they are, and they're double dealing financially. Any defeat for them is enjoyable for me. As long as the longer this lasts, this poor run, the better. The more joy, the more Schadenfreude I derive from it.
Our City at home.
City is at home, yes. They're at the end.
Okay. Give it 3-2 City then. 3-2 to City.
I can't see Chelsea winning with it being at the Etihad.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
I mean, they got their 6 against Ipswich, got 2 against Palace, but then shipped for... They're hard to predict, aren't they, City? They're still weird to predict at the moment.
Crazy. 2 brand new players, brand new centre half. Did
you ever think you would say, imagine a surprise win for City?
I know, yeah.
A surprise loss for City.
No. It still won't be a surprise to me if they beat Chelsea at home. Chelsea aren't everything. They're not all that just yet. But it's just 2 teams that are capable of kind of pulling off any kind of result.
Yeah, Chelsea wouldn't be putting money on a result there. They got one last season, against the odds, which was good for us at the time. At the time, it was a big result for us because we were still in the fucking title race. And Sterling, Sterling who done the honours last season, as I remember, getting the equaliser or something. I was buzzing. That it was RX lad as well.
I thought that was Trudon saying a prediction, by the way. That's him updating the score.
All right. Okay.
What?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm pleased, as I said.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's a score update. Oh, okay. I thought that was a prediction. Well, yeah.
Scored 3rd minute.
Yeah, I want as much City for City as possible. This kick and as many subsequent kicks, I'm happy for them to take for as long as possible.
Bit of a Rick by the new boy, apparently.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a howler.
Uh-oh.
Hey, the Premier League can be like that for debut centre halves who've just come in.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot to put on a young man's shoulder like that.
Sounds
Yep,
like a
yep.
bit of a mad one. Comical goal, according to Jared. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. Okay.
Good. Well, this is even more
Yeah, you don't
painful.
like
This
to
is
see it
part of
happen
the
to a
gift
Nick
of
player,
the
don't
season,
you?
it? The
You
worst to
couldn't
go
happen to a
in.
better team. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah.
player. I don't have any animosity against the player, but
Jesus, he's on a yellow now as well, apparently. Fuck me.
oh my god.
He's going full Jonathan Woodgate over here. He's going full Jonathan. And if you know what I mean by full Jonathan Woodgate, his Madrid debut, he scored an own goal and got sent off on his debut for Madrid.
Wow.
Yes, this is
I forgot he went to
that's the
Madrid.
bar.
Okay, to remember him, yeah.
That's the
He was
bar.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
Goal, own goal, and a red. Like he was great. That was classic lead scene, but like Woodgate going to Madrid debut,
Mhm.
own goal,
yeah, I've
red
forgotten
card.
it. It's one of
Wow.
them things I've just forgotten about. Woodgate going from Madrid.
Mhm. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Madueke, Nani Madueke. Okay, the guy that's keeping Nkunku out. I think they're already talking about selling Nkunku back to Bayern Munich. Like Nkunku, the guy that scored like 23 goals and got like 20 assists in the Bundesliga the year before they bought him, does his ACL when he arrives. Now they're already talking about selling him back. Bayern want him. Bayern wanted him in the first place, as Bayern are obviously going to want to do. You know,
I was
when he was
looking
at
at the
Leipzig. So
Bundesliga, only at the table yesterday, like just saying there is only 4 points, isn't it? 4 points in it, isn't it, between Bayern and Leverkusen? I think Bayern have got 45 and Leverkusen have got 41.
yeah, it's pretty tight at the top. Leverkusen dropped off our doors. They had a poor start, but they've picked up a bit of pace. Dortmund have been poor. Dortmund have been
Yeah.
poor in the Champions League.
It is fairly incredible what Alonso's done in that short space of time, because when he come in, they were in like the relegation zone, weren't they? Leverkusen. I think when he come in, they were in the relegation zone.
He came in mid-season. He didn't. Yeah, they sacked the guy. They brought in
Yeah.
Alonso. I think they were in like 17th or 18th.
Mm.
Yeah, 17th or 18th. Yeah, and then he got him to the Europe that season, and then the next season he won the title,
Yeah.
undefeated, as you do, because you're Xabi Alonso. He's just doing Xabi Alonso things.
The magic of Xabi.
I've seen
What was the
as well,
deal?
Jared, that Man United want to take Nkunku, and this Garnacho shit as well. The Garnacho thing.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
I just saw.
Oh
what,
yeah, I heard that one.
just saw what they did. What he did. That was a howler. Oh my goodness.
Are we talking about Kuznetsov or whatever the bloody hell he's called? There used to be one called Kuznetsov years ago for Russia, centre back. Oleg Kuznetsov. What is it? Kusatsov?
Kushnov.
Kusanov.
Wow.
Once I've heard it verbalised by a commentator, I'm sure I'll have it. But until then,
Kushnov, I think.
That's how you say.
Yeah, I go Kushnov.
Oh my goodness. So what happened was he goes up and tries to challenge for the aerial duel, right? Doesn't get it against, looks like it was Nicholas Jackson, right? Doesn't get it. So he tries to head the ball back to Ederson. Gets nothing on the header. And it's basically a pass to Matuke.
Ouch.
And he does look like he's about to cry.
So it was an attempted back pass.
Yep.
And those best
attempted back pass to Ederson. Not looking good. Oh, and then the yellow is on a challenge immediately after he makes a rash challenge where
makes it sound funny.
Palmer has got the ball and he just absolutely gets nothing of it. Absolutely makes a mess of it. Takes out Palmer. Yellow card. Oh man.
Take him off at halftime, Pep.
He might be taken off in the next, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's taken off in the next, like, couple of minutes. because this is bad. That's bad. And he looks like he's just like he
Oh,
looks
he's
like
gonna break
he's
his soul. He's gonna break his
yeah. It
soul.
looks like something. I feel kind of bad for him actually.
Oh, I already feel bad for him. Already feel bad for him. To be honest, even though he's playing for City, I genuinely do feel bad
I
for that because
know
that
that's
is
the
not
thing
good.
about it.
That is not
He
nice.
plays for City, and like pretty much anyone from City, you're just like you care less about it. But I mean,
But the first
he
player from his
looks like
country, small country, poor country, to ever, and it's a
exactly.
big
Yeah,
deal,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you just everybody in that country is going to be watching this game.
Oh yeah,
Everybody.
yeah. He's a hero probably to every person in that to a good number of people in his home country. We're making it to like such a enormously
They're really low
prominent team.
countries, some of them as well. Like, they're just very little known of them. Countries like Uzbekistan, Central Asia sort of region. People just don't know that much about them, do they? Azerbaijan. That looks nice on TV. Azerbaijan, some nice parts of that. Love to visit
Oh,
there.
it's a very beautiful
There
country.
and that.
Got Black Sea coast.
Yeah.
Very beautiful country.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Yeah, the guy that runs
Yes,
that place.
Jones is on the bench, as was pointed out earlier. I think it was Realism Jarrett said that earlier, and then
Yeah.
also, what's that?
Yeah, it was Jared. Yeah, sorry, it was Jared.
Mhm. And I just don't know. It looks like City hit the post. They got an opportunity themselves, and they're not out of this game by any means. But I'm just saying, I feel bad only because he looks like he just he's just thrown into the fire. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't really want to see. I would like to see. I'll say it out openly. I would like to see City get a goal, knot this up. No one else scores anymore. 1-1 draw. I'd be happy with that.
I know I'm with Chelsea here. I'm with Chelsea tonight, mate. Just want to see more misery.
I don't think you ever want to say that. I don't think you ever really want to say that one.
I know it's strange for me wanting Chelsea to win because alongside United, they're the other English team that I hate the most. United, then Chelsea, but I want them to City for my own selfish reasons.
Yeah, I don't think you ever want to say that. We can definitely win at the Etihad this season. Trudon saying, I think that we could get a result at the Etihad.
Yeah, we're there not long, and it's only a few weeks. That's about a month off or something like that. That game.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure. I think there's going to be more pressure on City than there is going to be on us to win that game, considering that or at least get a result out of that game. That game is something that we don't win too often at the Etihad. I think when's our last win? I want to say our last win at the Etihad was.
Been a while.
I want to say our last win at the Etihad was again with. Let me look it up. I think it's with Adrian in goal. I think our last one I think it's with Adrian. Tell me if I'm wrong, or tell me what the right answer is. In 2015, the last league win. Okay, last league win there. But I'm just saying last win.
Yeah, 10 years is too long.
Oh, that's a long time. That's 10 years, a whole decade.
Yeah, that's too long. We need to do something about that.
That should be done and taken care of completely. 2015 or 2016, Trudon is saying. Okay.
Interesting point when we talk about team spirit and that mentality and all that. Stephen Carr, Irish right back, played for Tottenham, all that. He says when talking about the Kushinov error, he says, horrible error that, and it was noticeable that with the exception of Ederson, no City player went over to Kashanov to offer any support.
Oh no. Ederson did go over and say something to him.
No, listen to what I said. He said,
Oh.
and it was noticeable that with the exception of Ederson,
Oh, sorry.
no City player went over to offer any support.
Yes, that's accurate. That's definitely accurate.
That is no, he's a new boy. You need the captain coming over. You need a few slaps on the back. Don't worry, make it, or that happens, yada yada. But yeah, you don't want to be left fucking
so be left
the
on
earth is
your own,
falling up.
yeah.
Yeah. No, you want your boys to come around and say, look, man, fucking get your head up. Look, it happens. Come on, let's go. You know? But yeah, I think that's a sign of a club that's coming apart at the seams a little bit. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. Holy crap. It has been a hot minute since we've beaten them in the league. Who was in that one? Holy crap. The last time we beat them in the league, guess who was in net for us, put it that way.
Mignolet?
Yeah. Yeah. 4-1. 2015. That's how long ago it was. Wow. November 21st, 2015. And in that game, actually, the hero, or at least the big time hero, was
Ox? Was that the Ox game?
that was Coutinho.
Oh, Coutinho.
It started off with an own goal, and then we got Coutinho got an incredible goal from an assist from Bobby, and then they were feeling it so nice that they ended up said, okay, well, since you gave me one, I'll give you one. Coutinho gave him an assist and got him a goal, and then Skirtle got the fourth for us in that game.
Yeah, that's it. No, like
That's wild.
You were coming at me with the Mignolet fact. I mean, the fact that Skirtle was in the team the last time we won or beat is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the great.
Like he's in semi-retirement.
Actually, let me double check and make sure on that one. I see what he's saying, but I don't think that. Line up. No, Jurgen Klopp was the coach. That was like after he took over that year. By the way, Wilson Jarrett.
Yeah, a few games in. Yeah, I remember that 4-1. And Skell, God, scored a rocket, but Skell was an awful defender.
He was.
That's all really, wasn't he? He was all
he was awful.
Full show, no go.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fine. No, sorry, 12.
I feel you. I liked Agger and I liked Skirtle. That's why.
Skell, I didn't rate it all. So he cost us so many goals. But yeah, he scored some valuable ones, to be fair.
His first valuable goals, though.
It's hard to see the right place, but as a defender.
His heart was in the right place. Oh, bless his heart.
Poor man's village.
Bless his heart.
That's just how it is. Poor man's village.
Yeah,
he wanted to look like a hard man. He shaved his head when he didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't going bald or anything. Got all the tats, dressed up like a hard man. But then
you're so next to Daniel with all the tats and everything else. You know?
Oh, yeah, Daniel.
At one point, at least. At one point in his career, at least.
He was passive hilarious as well. To use one of Ken Dodd's words.
Virgil, that's a defender. You know, Skirtle, great. You know, Skirtle was like the original Lovren.
Yeah, I liked Skirtle. I was into Skirtle. I was a fan, even though he wasn't the best centre half. He was the best one we had, more or less, around them days.
Yeah,
when Sammy got old, and then we had him. We had a few others, didn't we? But we were never right in defence in them years, where we and that's
the thing. We were always 7 out of 10.
That game, I think he got player of the game in that game. By the way,
We're going to him.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. He was the best defender apparently, or best. He had 10 clearances that game. That's a lot of clearances.
So what?
Man of the match
10
was
clearances, 5 interceptions, 2 tackles, and a goal.
no, he played well that day, but for me, man of the match
Well,
was
that game, that day, he was good.
Had a game.
No,
Had a
it's
good
good.
game.
No.
Had a good
That
game.
game, we won 4-1. Yeah, I'll
I'm not saying he
be a
never had a
proper.
good game, but he was fucking shite in Atlantic.
Yeah.
Right? He was.
Yeah, he
When you're
was.
not at the top level, he's not.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Red armchairs with me,
But-
and so's Lee. We liked. We didn't mind Skirtle.
Yeah, well, we can't help these low standards, guys, can we?
Yeah, there you go.
Can't
There
help
you
these
go.
low standards.
Low standards. These low standards. Well, let's talk about real quick again. We're only 40 minutes in. We'll do like a little bit more of a show here to give you a full untail of the game that we just got to see, and that was obviously us absolutely controlling this game from start to finish. Pretty much, one brief moment of lapse of basically focus, but for the most part, there was really nothing that was in the likes of being devastating for us. They did have 2 big chances, but they only had 3 shots in this entire game. So to our 16. So out of the 16, I had 3 big chances though. Absolutely, that goal from Salah was well placed and absolutely a great shot, by the way, because he roofed the ball into the goal. I came out of somewhat nowhere. They kind of dropped
It was a good finish from Mo, wasn't it? Like, nice
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah,
Didn't have
He
a
just
lot
missed one before.
but he managed to get it under control, get his shot dispatched like within a microsecond, and that was it, wasn't it? I was really pleased. Cody, Trent's cross was gorgeous. It was absolutely beautiful. Trent's cross for Cody, wasn't it? Cody's
Oh
hand-
yeah. You saw
I
that
could
he
do a
knew
whole
where he
show on
wanted to
that
put it.
assist.
Too.
I could do an entire show on that assist. Literally, I could talk about it for half an hour. That assist was the most pure distilled Trent you're ever going to see in your life.
It was aesthetically pleasing, wasn't it? That goal.
Oh, the insouciance of it, Lee. The insouciance.
Yeah, it was insouciant.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hardly looked, did he? Like he had one tiny glance that you could
Didn't
hardly
break stride after he crossed it. Didn't break stride and just walked off slowly. Gave it the side out to make sure it goes in, even though he knew it was a goal before he even left his boot. And he just doesn't break stride. Walks off, calm as you like. Trent in a nutshell.
Yeah, I felt he
Everything
deserved the
beautiful.
goal. I wanted the bloody shot to go in today. Like, I wanted them to have that one. But anyway, like, you know, can't have everything.
Surprisingly, we only had 3 corners today, which is pretty wild. Thought we'd have more. I thought we'd be on.
We had 3. Yeah, that's surprisingly few for us.
Yeah.
They only had about 3 as well, I think. Very low on the
4.
corner count.
They had 4. Yeah.
They had 4. That's a good game. I like a game like that where it's not getting booted out. It shows it's a lot of the play is kind of inside. But yeah, there was so many positives in performances to take. But like if you Matt, like kind of off the top of my head, man of the match, I'd still be kind of maybe Dom, maybe Gakpo. 2 goals and an assist, but Dom had a better game maybe than Gakpo, but Gakpo delivered big time.
Dom was engaged.
Yeah.
I don't think for those people that were so I think overly critical on Dom, not just recognizing the fact that, yes, I get it. He wasn't necessarily bringing you the goal output that everyone was, so anxious to see. I understand that part and point, but I still think that he's been very consistent with his, focus on what is being asked of him and recognizing the fact that the goals will come. Like, the opportunities will be there, and he's actually looking for goal a little bit more. I think we can all say that a little bit. He's actually
Red the
looking.
same there. Do you remember that one? That first time shot he took inside the box. He's talking about that. That one. He didn't even think he's so in the groove. He's just like bang, nearly curls it into the top corner. You can
Yep.
see what he's like when he's in the mood.
Yep.
That's what I've been saying about this guy for a while. He just needs a good game to just go, yeah, I can still do this. I can do it in Hungary. I can do it in Germany, Austria. I can do it but yeah, I can do it in the Premier League too. And you can see the better he gets, the better he gets.
Yeah.
He was just so confident in what he was about to do all the time.
Yeah.
The ball from Gravenberch, like the later goal, the ball in from Grav, where Dom had that shot. If you watch it back, look, like that's a great save. Dom is just bang, first time shot, pure confidence, and then it drops to Mo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can see the confidence in the lad. These are the extra bits you were talking about. It was only a matter of time. Like, to me, there was always green shoots with him. It's just now it's I don't know. Yeah, people can't watch that and go, oh, well, he doesn't give us this, he doesn't give us that. It's there in front of you, and then he also gives you all the other stuff. So I think he's potentially top 4 or 5 in Europe in his position. That's all I'm going to say. Right now, I think he has the potential to be that good, really.
Do you think we're any closer to seeing Chiesa for more elongated periods instead of seeing him for 15 to 20 minutes at most, if that? Do you think we're any closer to seeing him for half an hour or a full half?
I thought he was getting that half an hour today, Lee.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. When we brought on, it was Endo and Elliott.
Brought in Endo and Elliott in the 68th, and also Nunez. So did
and then Dan's came in.
3-player swap.
Yeah,
I was kind of disappointed to see Cody. When a player's on 2 goals, and he didn't really even play the last game.
No, I didn't feel too bad for Cody. It was made up for Cody's get to. I didn't feel too bad for him that he had to come off, because I'm thinking about them all now, like, and how they can get their games. I just
he did look really happy.
Keen to see Chiesa for a little bit longer. I'm increasingly keen to see Chiesa for a little bit longer, because we're getting little hints of what he can do and seeing him out. But we're just not seeing him for long enough at the moment. I want to see him.
He didn't play a minute. He didn't play a minute in that. I was surprised that he didn't play a minute in Lille. That's all I'm saying. It's not like he was, he's like, oh, he played maybe like 60 minutes or maybe 45 minutes or even 30 minutes in that previous game. And now he's playing, starting, and he's, 68 minutes in or 70 minutes into this game. Okay, yeah, I can see you taking him out. But I don't know. Not saying it's that I'm upset about it in the sense of because of playing time for him to get into form. Obviously, he's in form and the likes, but it's just that he was on 2 goals, 2 very good, well-taken goals.
With the Dans came on, were you surprised that one, with the Dans sub? Did you think that might have been one? Because realism was in there, Dans before Chiesa shocked me.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised, but I wasn't surprised that Dan's got on, but it was an interesting circumstance when you already have Nunez on.
Exactly.
So that was kind of a weird one
for Dan's.
Yeah. Well, he took out McAllister for Dan's.
Yeah.
And then he took out Lucho for Chiesa.
Chiesa got like 7 minutes, I think. Wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm. But that's just the whole thing. It's like, okay, I most likely would have taken out Salah, only because, like, okay, if you're gonna monitor minutes, I would have taken out Salah before taking out Cody, for instance. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Well, good things come to those who wait, supposedly. So we'll just have to carry on waiting to see a little bit more of Federico.
Yeah, that's true. Rosen Jarrett. That is so true right there. That's a good point. Like, you got to think about it. At Anfield, 3-0 up by halftime. When will there be a chance to give him, like, really quality minutes, with the team flying high? Like,
There's plenty of football left to be played, isn't there? We'll see him. And if we see him, we see him. If we don't, we don't. It'll be sad, but, still see him at some point.
All right. KJ is with me saying he didn't like Dan's coming on before Chiesa. Or I didn't necessarily mind which Rich came first. I just
I
more
just
so
found it really interesting.
Not for me at the
It's
time.
really
In
unusual.
that terms now, but it's only that the match is over now. I'm thinking, why didn't we see more of Chiesa at the time? It wasn't that hard because we were winning like 4-0 anyway.
How about this real quick then? Do you think that it was a master stroke for having Lucho start? Or do you think, because I mean, obviously Lucho
wouldn't call
wasn't
it
necessarily
stroke. It worked out well today, but I wouldn't call it a master stroke play.
Right, because he had no shots, didn't had like a good bit of touches, but like, this is why
the fact that we won so easily and put on such a good display, like, and he was in that position when we did it. So you've got to give him props there, even if he didn't score or assist or anything.
Can I say this too, and then I'll get the whole panel. Big up to JK, he's joining us as well, by the way. I was on Beijing Red's show yesterday for a quick minute. I had a little brief. I was hoping to get on to Brian's show, but Brian's show just ended right when I was like free to to get in front of the camera. And then but I saw him on Beijing Red's show, so I was like, all right, I'll try to hop on there. And on the channel, as always, I swear I'm gonna if I spoke better Spanish, then I would probably reach out to Nunez to say, apparently I need to become your PR person, because apparently I getting roped into these conversations about him. But why I'm bringing that up is because I made a comment about our center forwards or our strikers, however you want to reference it. Okay. And I was trying to emphasize the fact that I get that people have a perceived notion of what a number 9 is. We all do. I'm not saying that that's not understandable. But on this team, it seems like a number 9 is not expected nor asked to do what a normal number 9 does. And what I mean by that is today, Lucho, for instance, had 14. He only won 5 of them, but still all the same, he was engaged in 14 ground duels today. It's a lot. He had he was 81% for his passing. He's 26 out of 32. But why I'm bringing it up, he had 1 aerial duel that he lost, but it's all the same, is involved in it. Why I'm bringing that up is because I mentioned that Nunez, as well as Diego, haven't really gotten the opportunity to flourish the way we would like to see either of them flourish, to be honest with you. Because Lucho's a different take towards the number 9. But it seems like the emphasis, if you're going to be that number 9, is more on your pressing, your defensive measures in a game than it is sometimes your scoring mechanisms. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to I'm just saying it because it's just an interesting perception, at least from my take, that it's working, obviously, in that we got a great result today. Our goals are obviously coming heavily from our wingers. If you want to call them inside forwards, you can almost call it that too, I guess. But like our wingers, in that our goals are primarily coming from either Salah or from Cody or even Lucho when he tends to be out on the left wing too. That's where the goals end up being. And we're not getting the input from our 9, but I don't think that our 9 is really structured the way that people want the production to be coming from the output on. That's just my perception.
Well, look, I think it's pretty simple, right? We play with a false 9. He wants to play with a false 9. He wants to play with Jota. He's the closest thing we have to a proper false 9. When Jota isn't fit, the next closest thing to that is Diaz. He doesn't want to play Diaz in the middle, right? He doesn't want to do that. That's not what he wants to be doing, but that's what he can do right now. We play with a false 9. Darwin isn't a false 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's so to me, it's just that simple. Yeah, I don't know why people have trouble understanding. You know, I know some people. Yeah, look, he can be criticized for a lot of things, but also, I think people do realize that they do know that we don't play without number 9. But then it's
they just don't complain about it, or they.
Well, yeah.
What's the disconnect?
So yeah, like he's not a false 9. We play with a false 9. That's why Jota starts, and when Jota isn't fit, Diaz starts. You know, but Klopp brought him in who he was. Klopp brought him in as a number 9. Like Klopp didn't go, oh, I think this guy's a false 9. He brought in that player. So he brought him in for his version of what he wanted to do. Arne Slot doesn't do that, so I don't really see what the issue is. Yeah. I mean, he's not going to do either one of those things. So I don't think if we had anybody, if we replaced him with somebody tomorrow, it wouldn't be that we'd be replacing him with a goal scoring machine number 9.
Yeah.
We'd be replacing him with like
hopefully a better false 9, basically.
Well, someone asked the other day who's the perfect, like out there, well, who's the perfect thing? And they said, well, ironically enough, if you're to ask your Slot, he'd probably say Bobby Firmino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the type you want. So you got your goals from Gakpo, you got your goals from Salah, a few bits and pieces from Bobby in the middle, and that. But yeah, he doesn't need to play with someone who. And people would bring up Jimenez before he did play. He was an out-and-out striker, yeah, but he prefers to base a lot of around wide play. It's a Dutch system, you know. But Dutch systems have always had kind of goal scorers in the middle who can link and drop.
Mm-hmm.
So we're never going to play to the way Benfica played when Darwin was there, or that. So yeah, it's kind of square pegs and round holes. So you can't criticize a square peg for not fitting into a round hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how you're looking at it, I guess. I think that the production and the adjustments or adaptations that we've seen from these players to fit the role, despite it not being their natural given role, I think is what we are, I guess, underappreciating, maybe.
I think he's simplified it. I think he's put everybody in their best position, other than Lucho through the middle, who's doing the job. Gakpo was in his best position. Rav, he's not overcomplicating stuff. I think everybody is just in the. I think it's just that disconnect. It's not a slant on Darwin. It's just, do you want an out number 9 as a striker? No, I want a guy who plays false 9. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not even saying this is all about Darwin. I'm saying it's about Diego. I'm saying it's about Lucho too.
Yeah, they're doing great, man. If Diogo could be fit for 5 months in a row, you know, yeah. But when he's there, he's a frustrating player. We all know how frustrating.
That's interesting. That's interesting perception. I thought that's very interesting.
No, just the fact
you said Diego's been great. He's been great.
Yeah, when he plays. No, when he plays, he's been great. He's always done well when he plays, but then he's out for 4 months. So it's not like.
But
you don't think he's
I think he's a really good player. I just don't think beginning of the season he was not other than like a couple of games, he was not like his normal Diego self. But and had
No,
nothing
I
to do
just mean over his career. I just mean,
over his career. Oh, different story.
yeah, I just think he's done well for his career. Yeah, great. If you want to call it done well, done great, whatever. I just think,
Mhm.
but he's not someone that we're thinking, oh, in 2 years' time, he's going to be, it's just, there's going to be another injury. There's going to be another, so that's just him. When he comes in, he does his job. Always
Mhm.
been one of our best finishers, but reliability, is it bad luck, is whatever, but that'll be him. We spent a lot of money on that guy, 45 million. That was
Yeah,
a
no,
big,
I'm just saying
yeah,
I
we
don't
spent
think
a
he
lot of
was
money
like
on him.
other than this year. I'm just talking about Diego's performances in at least Diego is, I think, a really talented could obviously he started on the left side for us, but I think he's a really talented forward. I'll just say that. How about that? Because whether you play him on the left or whether you play him as an actual number 9. City is definitely pressing for a score here, an equalizer. But what I was the games, the early games that we had, obviously Ipswich he was good in, or decent in at least, and Brentford he was okay in too. Not exceptional, but he was decent. But he didn't have a good game against Manchester United. He didn't have a good game against Forest. He looked really, really poor against Forest, actually.
Who
He
we
was
talking about?
just Diego. I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's because he's a bad player. I'm not saying that at all, actually. I'm just saying that it's just a matter of he's being asked to do and looked at to do different things as in just be that fox in the box per se. He's now being asked to primarily be more of a of that false 9. And against Milan, he wasn't good. In West Ham, different story. But yeah, it's just some of these. He's had some
He's just a frustrating player, isn't he?
mediocre games.
He's a frustrating player, Diogo, because of having fit.
Right. That's I'm not even saying about his fitness either.
Tremendous
I'm going aside from his fitness, by the way. I'm just saying, yeah.
with that on the pitch all the time. If he could be one of those forwards who's always fit, he'd be tremendous. But it just doesn't look like that's ever going to happen, is it? With Diogo, I don't think he's ever going to be a player that's going to be continually fit and able to play 33 of 38 league games in a season or something like that. I just don't think
right.
it'd be like that.
No, he's 28 now. He's 28 now.
Right.
He's not. But yeah, no,
It's
I
not
didn't
young
realize.
anymore. He is 28. Yep.
I didn't realize you hated Diogo so much. I didn't realize that.
No, I've been saying, if anything, I've been saying that I love Diego actually, but I'm just saying that he has not been playing. He hasn't been playing well, considering he is an excellent player. That's all. In that he hasn't been that prolific scorer or prolific, goal scorer for us that everyone wants to see from our number 9. Everyone has a standard for our number 9, and I'm like, would I like to see it from Diego? Absolutely. But in this system, it seems like he does score. I'm not saying he doesn't, because he is a natural goal scorer. He's a fox in the box, however you want to reference it. But he's had some games where he's not been his normal self because he's being asked to do a somewhat more focused role of you're not going to get a lot of chances, or you're not going to get that many touches. The primary shots are probably going to come from our wingers, and if you create something on your own, great, but if not, chances are you're going to probably you're probably not going to get fed like a number 9. And that's all I was trying to reference when I was speaking on about that yesterday. It wasn't necessarily a defense of even Darwin. What I am saying is a defense of Diego, it's a defense of Darwin, it's a defense of whoever plays our number 9. It seems like you're not going to be fed like a Holland or I
don't get why people aren't understanding that. Look at Firmino, who scored all the goals. Mane and Salah.
I
It's
I
the
would
same
think
thing. I
the
don't
same thing,
understand why
Brian. That's
people
why I'm
can't.
mentioning. That's why I mentioned. You're
Yeah.
right. Spot on. Spot on.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest. We'll compare.
All right, let me hear it. Let me hear it. I know Lalante's probably like. I know
don't
you're.
think
I
it's
know.
as
I was
deep as
waiting.
that.
I was surprised you didn't. You already weigh in. But go ahead.
No, I'm just waiting. I was just waiting for you guys to finish. But look. I understand slot, but I don't think it's a situation that the wingers have to score. The forward does a certain job, but there's no way slot is telling them, "Oh, you have to pass to the wingers. You don't score goals."
Oh
But
no, I'm not saying that.
it's just a bit because if we forget, Slot played with an out and out number 9 at Feyenoord, and he scored in the Champions League weekends. But so that kind of for me that just debunks this. They have this
We did bring
false
that up,
nine
the Jimenez
nonsense.
guy, isn't it? Nolante, it's that guy Jimenez.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did mention it
Exactly.
earlier on.
He's an out and out 99. I just think with the forwards line, some of them they not. Again, maybe it's a little bit of slot, but maybe they're not creating. Again, they're all different players, and we know what Salah is, isn't it?
Mhm.
But Salah had become a better all-round player, so they just need to create more chances for the number 9. But to be fair, certain chances of number 9, whether it's a Darwin or Jota,
My point is though. For instance,
He's gone.
yeah, he's got. Yeah, I heard he's. I think he's
Bloody
hands
1-1.
in the background.
Fucking two.
And I'll let when Lante comes back, he can finish his point. But it is 1-1, by the way. Vardial got the follow-up goal. And okay, City, you can stop scoring. Along with Chelsea, you can both stop. We're about to go.
Yeah, that'd be nice. 1-1 draw. Everyone
Yeah.
goes home happy.
Yeah.
No
About to
offense
go-
caused to anybody as
No.
the points are shared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to go to halftime. Got about a minute or so left before halftime. 2 minutes extra stoppage time. But my point why I was saying that was because in for instance the game against Chelsea, when we played Chelsea at home, that was one of our better. I think we all agree that was one of our better games, and that was certainly a game that had it was possibly one of our best competition to that point. I know that Manchester United was looked at as being going to be our big competition, but they ended up proving to be whatever. But at home against Chelsea, 2-1 game. Diego starts that game. Diego obviously only had 30 minutes played. I don't know if he got. I think he might have got injured in that game possibly, but he only had 30 minutes in that game. Only had 7 touches, for instance. You would think that I don't think that our forwards, or at least our center forwards, don't get the volume of touches that either our wingers do. And also, I'm not saying that they sit there and have Slot say, hey, as soon as you get it, you have to pass to Mo or to Cody, but what I am saying is that they just don't get the volume of service that a good number of 9s tend to get in other parts of the game or other
I think it might well change, when Slot's had a longer period in the hot seat, like when he's been here longer than whatever it is now, 6 months, 7 months. It might look a bit different, but at the moment, yeah, what you're saying, I understand where you're coming from with that,
I think he just varies games to games. Look, not in the Forest game, and obviously, Diaz false 9 again, which again he played today, but again, I just don't like it. I'm a bit, But Joe came on it, and he got set up. He had quite a few chances. I think he just varies game to game what Slot wants to do, to be honest. And I think sometimes it's the player themselves. So, like, for instance, I remember 2-2 against Arsenal when we were kind of average, we were kind of poor, to be honest. So that's a disappointing result. And I saw Nunes tracking all the way back as a left back. Now, I don't think Slot told him to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it wasn't sort of, I'm sure of course he wants his striker to press, but I guess I don't know, that's a Nunes nature because he's done it under Klopp. So again, certain things have to get into context, but the sum will be interesting because you know what? As much as we say Nunes might go, maybe Jota might go. Maybe he might get a replacement. Who knows? Both their futures are up in the air. because Jota, due to injuries, unfortunately, and he's out again. And Nunes, obviously, after today, I mean, he's looked like, but the way Slott's treating Nunes is certain that he's going to go. He's so certain he's going to go.
I'll ask JK to get his stance on this too, but
Yes.
and then everyone else and anyone else that wants to chime in. If you want to chime in the, or have your opinion in the chat, please do. I will use this as an example. Our game against Spurs just recently, where we lost 1-0 in the League Cup. Diego started that game. Okay, played 60 minutes. Got a decent amount of touches in that game, considering 60 minutes. He's got 30 touches. He had one shot, and it was a block shot, but he had one shot. He had 15 passes, 12 out of 15 for his passes. He had one key pass, but he had 14 ground duels in that game. Why I'm bringing up these statistics is because I'm just trying to emphasize the fact of what Brian and both, I think, are agreeing on, and that is that our 9 is asked to be more of certainly of a false 9 perception, but is someone that, in a game against Spurs, you're telling me that Diego is going to get one shot in 60 minutes against Spurs?
But again, that's down. But 12, that's down to the midfield and wingers not feeding him. But because we were poor that game, we were bang
That's
average.
what I'm saying, though. I'm also
but
saying that
I don't
too.
think.
Yeah,
I know 12, but I don't think it's to do. He's not a false number 9. He's a 9. He just wasn't getting, and it happened.
Okay.
He just wasn't getting the ball. So I don't think it's down to a false 9 situation.
Yeah,
Jota's not a
he did have
false
30
9.
touches. He did have 30 touches, though. I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah,
but
I know,
we
but again,
shouldn't fall into the trap of assuming
Yeah.
that what we're doing now is what he wants to do. He's doing what he has now with the players that he has.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like if he had his choice of 11, like he's doing what he's doing now. I'm sure he's doing a version of what he wants to do, but yeah, like he'll probably be the first guy to tell you, yeah, I want Jota to do like false 9 stuff, but I'd also like, contribution as well. So
I mean,
I think
I get what you're coming from. I also know
he's
that
not.
you had two
He's not
players.
out there saying
If you have two players that are 9s that can either be fox in the boxes or could be outright number 9s that can go and get and do through balls too, and you can just have them take runs and the likes. But yet you're saying to me that he's just playing with what he has. Well, then why doesn't he play to their strengths as opposed to
I think he does
have them play in a role that isn't exactly serving to the best of their abilities, and obviously not to the general public's perception of what they want from that number 9. This is interesting. I don't have a problem with it because they're winning, and I don't have a problem because they're winning. Our wingers are scoring, and we're getting production. I'm trying to get across that I actually do try to say, or Drew try to at least step up, or because Chris called me out for saying, oh, what are we saying? You're going to give him credit because he does a lot of ground duels, and I was like, yeah, because he's being asked. That's like one of the few things that he's being asked to do. Not only asked to do, but he's being said as part of the game that he has to do, and he's doing it well enough that at least the other portions of our game are being able to flourish and create opportunities elsewhere. And what I'd like to see our 9 score, absolutely. I would like to see Diego score, Nunes score, Lucho score. I'd like to see Dan score, whoever's playing our 9. I want to see score, obviously. But I'm just saying that it's interesting that people's perception is, oh, I want an outright, goal scoring number 9. Well, yeah,
no, I don't care if the number 9 doesn't score, but you still win all your games. If you're always winning and you win all the trophies, and your number 9 doesn't he's not the top scorer and all that shit, that doesn't bother me. I mean, Firmino, case in point, and look how good we were with Firmino, and he didn't score oodles of goals. Yeah, he scores, and he was good at scoring sometimes when he did score. But that way, his essential ingredient to the side was something else, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just when you're saying about getting the best out of people, the only player I see in that role, Cody's in his best position. He's getting the best out of him. Salah, the same. Mac, Dom, Grav, all in their best positions. The only thing that we don't have is that number 9. That you're asking basically either Darwin to do something that isn't his natural game, or you're asking Diaz to play out of position to play in the middle there. I think he's simplified everything for everybody. Cody does what he does. We don't. It's that one position where he either has someone like, yeah, you want Darwin to do it, but you're not playing to Darwin's strengths as an out and out number 9. If you want Diaz to do it, yeah, but his best position is a left winger. That's really the only position where I see that we're kind of trying to fit something in a position where it doesn't quite work properly. And it's not, like you say, it's not getting the best out of any of them. Playing Darwin in that role, asking him to work and do all that doesn't get the best out of Darwin. Asking Diaz to go in there doesn't get the best out of Diaz. Jota is good at it, yeah, but constantly in and out. So that's pretty much, I think he's got everything else pretty much as it needs to be in terms of people doing what's their best positions. It's just that one central role. I'm not saying he'd sell 8 or 9 of these players. I just think it's just that one. Like, you put Darwin in a team that plays to Darwin's strengths, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, guy's probably going to get 18 goals, 19 goals in the season. But if you ask him to play Bobby Firmino football, no.
But no, true.
I brought up the is Max around thing only because Max is our Reds Spurs aficionado. So that's why I was bringing up the whole.
Max is always around somewhere. Don't worry, Max is always around.
What I will say is it's an interesting question, Tom. You brought out, obviously, this is a debate that we're gonna all talk about as fans. But what I will say is in terms of Josh, so let's say he played 60 minutes and he got 15 touches and 1 shot. But sometimes as a striker, this even Haaland, who's a out and out striker,
he had 30 touches.
30 touches, okay. But sometimes if my midfield as a striker, my wingers are not giving me the ball, then obviously he's going to be frustrated. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop deep to come and get the ball and go, because I'm not receiving any service. So sometimes Joe might need to do that, but that I wouldn't class. I mean, Haaland needs to do that, but I wouldn't classify that too.
I've seen Nunez
that's what I'm saying. But again, it depends what happens behind them. But it doesn't mean, for me anyway, it doesn't mean then a false 9. It's just the fact that they're not receiving the service they're meant to get through the fielders. Now, again,
are you
the manager
then are you doing this then, or is this more what their question is? Hi, Rose and Jared. The slot one a false 9, or is it just more focused on from the striker?
I don't necessarily agree with the false 9 bit. I just think I think we're overhyping this stuff because of the way he played. Like I said, last season he played with an iron-out number 9 striker. So it's like he's saying he wants a false 9. It's just what in terms of striker wants to do. Stott is not telling Nunez and Jota, okay, you just be a false 9, you just pass to the wingers. He wants goals for them. Well, he's kind of hinted it in press conferences, but it just may be in certain styles what they're giving him. Because let's not forget, as much as certain games, we have to be honest, certain games that Nunez and Jota, that they haven't got their chances due to our midfielders or wingers not really giving them the ball. It's been games where they have had chances and it hasn't happened. So we have to go. I think what Slot wants is he wants a 9, but he wants a 9 to a hold up player, an all-round striker, someone in the Gimenez. If Isaac was in this team, he wouldn't be. There's no way he'd be telling them, "Oh, you have to drop deep" and stuff like that. He'll let him do what he do, and it'd be more. Isaac is more of a presence, and he'll get the ball more. So the false 9 thing, personally, I'm not having it. I'm not having the false 9 thing.
To be honest, I don't know what type of number 9 I want.
I don't really. As long as we win and the system works, I'm cool with what we get and what we have.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, like it's the reasons why so many times, how many times do people like try to, be how many times did you have to go to bat for, sticking up for Bobby, and how
Real big
important and
surprise
essential
when
he
he
is
first
to our
won it, wasn't
system,
it?
despite the fact that he
The
has not come close to the amount of goals. Other than 1 year, he's not really come close to the amount of goals you expect from a number 9. But
I was quite
um,
surprised, wasn't it, when he first
but
put Diaz in the number 9? Everyone was shocked, like, weren't we? I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I was like pretty high up, like on my level of shockness,
yeah,
when that happened. But it's worked. I mean, we're top of the league. We haven't
this
lost any ground today. We could have gained ground before Arsenal got that blasted late winner, like. But you know,
mhm.
we haven't lost any ground, have we? Like, and he played up front in a good performance where we did it.
No, yeah, great performance, great
Yeah,
performance.
we're all
I'm not,
wanting
and again, I'm not. This is not. This is.
we all love Jota and all that shit. Like, we love Darwin too, but yeah, it is a big thing, and like you're looking at it now, thinking what we could be next season. Like this
Yeah,
time next year, what could we be?
it's just interesting. Yeah, I mean, look again, 4-1 victory. It should have been 4-0, but 4-1 victory, and yet we had 4 goals, not one of them from our number 9. Just
We
saying
didn't,
that, like, hey, I don't really
didn't have a number
like,
9.
huh?
We didn't have a number 9, but it's
I
starting.
mean, you had at one point we had 2 9s on the pitch. We had Dan's and we had Nunez.
Well,
Searching for the perfect 9.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying that I'm disappointed or I'm angry at the performances or what we're getting, because the end result has been, very close to perfection. But and I just think that it's, we're fortunate to have great players on our wings, whether it's Salah, whether it's obviously Cody, you know, and if it is Lucho, or if it is or if it ends up being like even Fetty, Federico, then like, hey, that's probably where you're going to see a good number of our goals come from. But I don't think it's saying that we have like an issue. I just don't think we have an issue as much as people focus on our number 9 and the output that we're getting from them. As long as we're getting output from somewhere, that's all I was getting across. That was all I was getting across. Maybe we all have different perceptions. So I went over. I said I was only going to do an hour because I am definitely only running on about 3 hours of sleep. No, not even 2 hours, 2.5 hours of sleep here. So I have another show tonight, so I am going to allow for the guys to say anything or bring up anything they want to bring up real quick before we end at the bottom of the half hour for this show. Is there anything you want to bring up or talk about, Lee?
Is there any more score news from Chelsea and City?
It's just about to start. The second half is just about to start.
Oh, second half is about to start. Bloody hell, I was way off there. The space-time continuum was all over the place there, wasn't it? I thought it was
I
finished.
can tell you this: Haaland and Sancho having a little love fest in the center circle.
Who else have we got? We've had Arsenal, we've had Man City. No one else matters, do they? Oh, Forest have played and they lost Bournemouth, didn't they?
I'll also tell you this. Good night, Robert, by the way. Good night. I'll also tell you this. City have not replaced
Robert.
their center.
No.
He's letting them stay out there. On a yellow, by the way. On a yellow. Oh, wow. He might get another yellow just to avoid having to play the next game. Who knows? I don't know. Oh, that's harsh. That's mean. Right. Anything you want to bring up or talk about before we bounce?
Me, is it? You asking me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, I'll probably do a show in a
Okay.
while.
Do you have the link
Because why
already?
not?
I was gonna say, if you have the link already.
No.
Okay.
I just realized it's only 6:30, so there's plenty of time left in the evening. So I'll probably do a show in a while. So YouTube won't put it up or anything. So just make sure you check my channel. I'll probably do something.
Mm-hmm. I cannot believe that. True. You're so right, Red Orange supporter. He's bringing up the fact that City's next game is Arsenal. Yeah.
Is it? Is City's next game Arsenal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Emirates.
I like the
Oh,
sound.
City have a really tough run. I mean, if you want to, I'm not saying you should have sympathy for it. I'm just saying if you look at City's
Oh no, I
games
have
over the
now. I
next,
want them to beat Arsenal. Let me be clear about that. I
yeah,
want
they
this
got Chelsea, they got Arsenal,
bad
they
now,
got a
like
couple
in
of
every
games.
game. But if they're playing Arsenal, I want them to win.
Hmm. Yeah, let me
Makes
see.
sense. That makes sense to me. City beating Arsenal. That'll be
Yeah.
good.
Well, they have actually even a bigger game actually before that Arsenal game. That's why it's
Oh yes, Club
that is
Brugge.
really
Mm.
interesting. On
Menu,
the
there you
29th, they
go.
have Club Bruges at home, and then they go to the Emirates. Excuse me, yeah, they go to the Emirates.
Yeah, Club Brugge, one of our victims in our Euro finals. And it
Well,
was
it's
Yeah,
good.
they
big,
got a
guys.
tough
They
bunch.
don't leave. If they don't win that, then they're out. They're
Mm.
out of Champions League.
I did like the way Louis van Gaal said Bruges. He went, bruh. It sounded like he was coughing or having a fit or something. He went, bruh, bruh.
Interesting
When,
too. Is that like, yeah,
people say Bruges.
not often. Not. I don't think. I would say not too often. Do you have the treble-winning, defending champions possibly? Not make at least the next stage.
Yeah, Louis van Gaal was United's manager when we knocked them out of Europe. It's only happened once that we drew United in Europe, and Louis van Gaal was the manager then, wasn't he?
It's wild, pretty wild. But yeah, they got Club Brugge, and then they have Arsenal. So at least I hope that they can at least hold down a 0-0 draw at the Emirates. How about that? We'll
How much
play it that way.
Van Gaal, even in his time at United?
Massive. That'll be next week. It's massive. Red Armchair supporters. Imagine if City beat Arsenal and Poole win the game in hand. Oh yeah, next week is our 24th week in the that is week 24. Yes, that is a big week. Big week. Definitely. Hopefully, you guys got your Premier League FPL games
United game this week.
where you want it.
Who are United going to get beat by this week? They haven't played yet, have they? Who are they playing?
United play Fulham tomorrow. They go to the Cottage.
That's not easy.
Yep.
More stress for Ruben.
Yeah. Should be a very, very interesting one tomorrow for the Red Devils, who wow, they are 3 wins, 2 draws, and 5 defeats in the last 10 games.
I always had a problem with them calling themselves the Reds. It was always the Reds. And it's like, your shorts are white and your socks are black. Our kids are all Reds. We're the Reds. What are you talking about?
It's funny. Sometimes I see people. I heard someone was like, "Oh yeah, someone they call someone a devil on the panel." I think they were calling Flawless a devil, and he was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I'm a devil," and obviously it's a natural reaction. I'm like, "Yeah, you are. You're a red devil."
I just love laughing about Man United all day, all night, any time of day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Man United fan. That's what you call them, not Red Devils. They're like, yeah, some people don't like that word. Some people
No, they
get
don't.
they don't like the word devil, they do not like it. But that's
Yeah,
why
I mean, here,
We used to call us
It's
the Red Army in the 80s. When you
Mhm.
bought, if you ever bought any Liverpool branded stuff in the 80s, it would
Mhm.
always have our crest on it, but unless it was like official kind of stuff, but it would always have like the LFC and underneath it'd be like Red Army because
Mm.
they were like Lee is saying we were the Reds. Um, they were calling themselves the Reds, but they started calling themselves. So there was that time in the 80s where we started being known as the Red Army. All the 80s merch has that kind of thing on
Red
it.
Army, the
Like
Red
that.
Machine, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
Oh,
And on and
okay.
on and on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they do have white shorts and black socks, so they're not really the Reds, are they? Anyone could call Bournemouth could call
Right.
themselves the fucking Reds, couldn't they?
They
Holland
wear
just missed
blue
a
as well
big
sometimes, mate.
opportunity. Big opportunity. Again, being fed. Got it.
I have to
Got
say,
his
I've
chance.
mellowed with age with Alex
Good
Ferguson.
save.
I still hate the old twat as much as I did when
Yeah.
he was manager. I respect him, and I always did, like, but I still like the old get, like.
All right, people. Arsenal's chant Red Army at the Emirates. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Forest doesn't chant something very similar like that too.
Probably fine.
They do know. First thing, when the Reds go marching in and all
Yeah.
that, talk about their own
Yeah.
team, they call themselves the Reds in some of their
Has
chants.
anyone heard Sir Alex Ferguson speak in recent decades, or like since he jibbed the United job off? I haven't heard him speak in years, like since he jibbed the United job off, or even before, because he even stopped speaking to the media before that, didn't he? I just don't know about him anymore. I'd like to hear his views on
I
stuff.
haven't heard him speak. I saw him put the reef out for.
I think if it's devoted
I think
enough
it was,
life to it, I could
when
probably find these things. Like,
it was Dennis Law. I think his name is right.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, he
When he
was
passed
sound.
away, he put the wreath out there for him.
Yeah, Shankly had Dennis Law at Huddersfield,
Mhm.
and it would have liked to have bought him, but United bought him from Huddersfield.
All right. They have, I guess, Pep has finally seen enough of the defender, probably because he got close to getting a possible foul call right there. And he has been subbed off.
Who's the new guy? The one who
Welcome
caused
to the Premier League.
Yeah, Kushnov.
Yeah,
Oh,
welcome to
and
the Premier
Stones has come on for him.
League. Yeah. Not how it was supposed to play out when he was sitting there last night dreaming about his debut. Not how it was supposed to play out.
Seen some hard debuts for centre back. It's a hard place to come to the Prem from out of nowhere and just like be looked at centre back, mate. Where's he
Sitting
coming
next
from?
to, he gets to sit next to Carson on the
Bring him
bench.
straight in, you know.
Seeing
Bring him
some
straight in.
terrible debuts from centre backs in the Prem. Some that have even gone on to have really good careers in the Prem. But yeah, I've seen some bad debuts from centre backs in the Premier League.
Yeah. We'll see. Chalobah took a hard little knock right there. It was pretty nasty. But yes, is there any Delante, JK? And we haven't heard from JK in a hot minute. JK, is there anything you want to say to people?
No, just good day if you think about it. We got the win, you know. That was the main thing.
There you go.
Just keep a clean sheet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But welcome to Szoboszlai. He's sort of landed, you know, since the Tottenham game. Playing well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess you guys, if no one else has anything to add in, Delante, you want to say anything before we bounce? Or anything you want to bring up?
No, not much. Big up the chat. Go like, share, subscribe on the channel as always. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
There you
Go
baby.
jump on the Irishman in a bit. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting tonight. Hot takes and free Federico. I'm out.
I'll try not to get blocked again. I don't know what I did, but my last show got blocked. I was
Did it?
informed it wasn't. Yeah, I was told it wasn't a copyright strike. but
Okay.
I used something belonging to the EPL.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's been blocked. So
Interesting.
it's been taken down. Like it
Oh,
can
okay.
edit out whatever it is, but it doesn't tell you what bit it is. So I don't know what bit it is, but apparently, yeah. So the show I did yesterday was blocked and taken down because
Oh,
at some point in some content was used apparently. So
Mm,
okay.
The Kevin Keegan thing.
No, it won't be that. It wouldn't be blocked by because of that.
You know, Sky are really like mingy when it's their fucking thing or something like Sky.
that would have been it. Yeah, that would have been it actually.
where was it?
Yeah, that would have been it. I'd say
We showed
because I
Kevin
was like,
Keegan's melt. Brian
yeah,
showed
yeah.
melt.
That's
meltdown.
probably what they're talking about. Yeah,
I
I
tried
thought I'd shown that off another fucking.
to regurgitate it like for a laugh, like, and then Brian went, "Yeah, hang on." I had to look for it, and it popped up on screen. Kevin Keegan doing his thing.
Yeah,
And
I'd love it if you beat them. His famous meltdown kind of thing. Yeah, that's
when you
probably what it was.
say that about a guy like Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I was going to cut that out, but
Well, I
The
blame
Stuart Pearce one killed me. That was too funny.
I blame Stuart Pearce for your YouTube video being struck from the record.
It was Poppy Pierce. It was Poppy Piercey.
He's from
Yeah.
Coventry, and he's Jay Pearce.
Nottingham, I think.
Oh, is he? I thought it was
But
Coventry.
he did play for him, yeah. He did play for Coventry.
Okay.
well, I've shown loads more shit worse, like more copyrightable than that before, you know. So anyway, yeah,
Brian's like, I've done more. I've done a lot more.
yeah, worse than that.
All right. Well, Brian's gonna be going live pretty soon, so be sure to keep an eye out for that and join him on the Irishman Football channel. And
Potentially my last ever show. Who knows? Yeah.
no, come on.
Brian was
And
outside your door, waiting to arrest you and take you away.
Yeah, YouTube police outside the house. Yeah.
YouTube police, yeah. And yeah, definitely enjoy the win. Enjoy this the opportunity to continue to enjoy the spoils of being atop the league. Also, hey, be kind to each other out there as much as possible. It definitely makes a difference in people's lives, and especially if you're a Red, definitely show some love and some gratitude, if not
Show
appreciation,
love
at least
to
for the fact that we get
That's
each other.
Darwin, why he's still here.
Okay. All right.
Homer Simpson.
There you go. But all the same, big ups to each and every one of you. Hope that you enjoyed this little broadcast here. Got a few minutes of extra. We got quite a few minutes of extra time that we weren't necessarily plotting on putting in. But I'm going to go take a nap and try to get myself ready for tonight, and also be ready for tomorrow, because we'll have a show tomorrow, and hopefully you'll be with us tomorrow. We'll get to watch some of the games. Most of the games will probably be over by the time we start, but we will be live and direct tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have the entire cast here of the whole panel, if not, some type of ensemble of the five of us, and we will see you soon. But until then, people, what can we say other than up the Reds? Up the Reds. Definitely take care, and we will see you mañana.
Towards the prize. One step closer towards the prize.
Listen, man speaks wisdom. All right, take care, guys.